Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the committee. My name is John Mazzarella. I work for JC Consulting. I'm here to review the 2018 Winter Olympics out of New York City for the opening ceremony. Alright, just to jump into it, we're going to pretty much do a high-level summary, just kind of review exactly what I'm supposed to be doing here and how I'm going to help and give you my recommendation. Alright, first off, JC Professional Consulting. We're here hired again to do a peer review of the Summer Olympic ceremony, okay? In this design, we're going to integrate lead and green engineering into each aspect of the project. Pretty much what that's going to cover is LED lighting throughout the whole venue, wind power on the rooftops to conserve energy, and also solar power. Now, wind and solar are green energy. It's going to be modern designs, and basically during peak usage times, which is during the venue, to need all the power. We want to be as efficient as possible and to keep our costs as low as possible. Okay, you guys asked me to pick one venue and three alternatives in the New York City area. So pretty much I researched previous Olympics as far as size, cost, and what I came up with is our first recommendation going to be Yankee Stadium. Okay, and our three alternative venues are going to be Citi Field, MetLife Stadium, and my finally is to actually create a brand new venue. Okay, basically, our requirements to have this happen is you need adequate seating, you're going to need parking, transportation, logistics. The infrastructure has to be set in place in order for your guests to arrive, enough space for everyone to see and to be happy and for this to actually work out. Okay, so what I did was, I came up with a cash flow, and as you can see from our table, I came up with all requirements and cost that pretty much go into running the opening ceremony. Okay, and I pretty much have, Yankee Stadium, we have Citi Field, MetLife Stadium, and our new stadium design. Okay, and here's all the requirements that I came up with that I thought were the most important one coming into the ceremonies. Okay, and pretty much our totals are on the bottom here, and then our revenues are going to be on the bottom. Okay, the key takeaways are going to be your ROI, return on investments. You want to stay with which is going to have the highest return on investment. And I came up with the Yankee Stadium. Yankee Stadium has the highest return on investment. You're going to get the largest amount of guests in there. It's approximately 50,000 seats that you can fill, which compared to the Sochi Olympics, the London Games, pretty much that's approximately 50,000 guests is what they served. They were pretty successful as far as holding the events, and the budget's another story, but as far as holding on to it. Okay, key takeaways again are the green engineering lead design. Alright, we're going to put in here, right here, energy conversation. Again, LED lighting, solar energy panels, wind electric systems, and solar thermal panels. Okay, all this is to keep our costs efficient. We're going to keep our design green, and also when we're building, we're going to try to keep as far as recycled material. Okay, it's all about keeping recycled material, saving the earth, saving the planet, and cost low. Alright, so again, Yankee Stadium gave us our highest return on investment. It has actually the lowest cost, so it's cost effective compared to Citi Field and MetLife Stadium. Now, I also looked into a new design. What happens if we scratch this out of using a venue that's already in existence? Let's get a new venue, okay? And basically, I looked at previous stadiums that have been built, and I came up with a number of about $1.2 billion is what's going to cost to get a new state-of-the-art green stadium in place. So, we got to weigh our options out, okay? And now, after all said and done, it's all great, but we got to see, if this venue is going to continue to bring revenue in the future, okay? And the answer is yes, it's going to bring revenue. How? Okay? After we're done with the opening ceremonies and closing ceremonies, this stadium is going to be able to host some major sporting events, baseball, soccer, World Series, World Cups, and then maybe we might even might even be able to host the World Cup. Okay, next, when the games are off, training. Next, we'll be able to host shows and other entertainment, concerts, live concerts, all type of artists, and we can host 50,000 people. Okay, and finally, what I think is the best aspect is we can actually use it for an Olympic gimmick for tourists. Now, what I mean by that is in previous years, okay, once the Olympic Games were over, the city opened up the arena to guests to use. So, for example, I believe it was the 2008 Beijing Olympics. USA gold medalist Michael Phelps swam in the pool, won, I believe, 8 gold medals that year. Now, with spectators, guests can go actually swim in that same pool that Michael Phelps won in. To me, that blows my mind. I think that's great. All right, so like I said, Olympic gimmick, swim in the same pool that Michael Phelps swam in. For New York, you can swim in. You could go in that arena that whoever won or whatever's going to happen there. So 4 different ways to keep bringing revenue. Finally, like I said, I professionally recommend with JC Consulting, our firm recommends Yankee Stadium. Again, it's going to have the highest return on investment, your lowest overall cost, and the civil infrastructure in Brooklyn and Queens is actually already in effect due to Hurricane Sandy, in I believe that was 2012. So the infrastructure, the bridges, the highways are already being built up. You have, a $90 million infrastructure on the Verrazano Bridge to get into Brooklyn. You have the Whitestone Bridge right now getting complete renovations, which is going from Brooklyn, out of Queens, in and out of Queens. So, guests will be able to arrive in and out, and it's only being built up over the next few years. So, like I said, my final decision, stick with Yankee Stadium. You can keep your costs low, your revenues high, and you have a great revenue stream in the future and strong infrastructure. So, everything will work out all right. Again, this is my professional recommendation. You guys need to weigh out the options and see what's the best choice for you. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And, let me know. Reach out to me for any questions or concerns you guys have in the future. Thank you. Have a nice day.